the spices.
Good evening, everypony, and welcome to Commentary is Magic stream. Tonight is December 17th, 2017, and I am, as always, Grandpaws.
I am Emperor Bugle.
Big Cheese.
And our cat. The angry. The very angry.
The angry and technically frustrated.
Uh-huh.
But that's more on me than you.
Pressing buttons. Silly us. I'm not good with computers. How did I get here?
It was a big red button, and it said push.
I mean... You did. You did push the button.
I had to push the button. It was too tempting not to. When you see a big red button like that, it's clearly there for a reason. Anyway.
To not be pressed.
Yes, that activates hard mode on Memoron, and then everybody wipes. Anyway, we are here for what I believe is our last stream before the holidays.
I think like 12 more.
Well, we'll just jam them all in there over the course of the week?
Yeah.
Every day we're streaming?
We just get up, do a stream, don't go to work, do another stream, come home from the work that we didn't go to, do a stream. It'll be fine.
I don't see how that could possibly get tiring. So, with that in mind, we're going to go off into the holiday season with a little something fun. Core is this new format, and we've already highlighted a couple of decks that we've built and tested. In fact, we did so last week when we were focusing on More Than One Small Thing, Moonlight Sonata, and of course revamped Mosh Pit. But we thought we'd go ahead and do some live deck building as a group tonight, exploring a couple of options, a couple of directions that we have considered before, and taking suggestions from chat as well. If you have particular deck concepts that you would like to see, throw them out there, and we will do our best to get to those tonight.
Sea Poppy?
No, Poppy's
Sea
terrible.
Sea Poppy?
Sea Poppy.
I don't know, we can't run Yellow Parasprite in Core, that feels bad.
Sea Poppy.
We'll just run Nightmare Moon, it'll be fine.
I mean, I don't think that's how... What? You know what? Sure. That sounds fine. Whether it be serious decks or meme decks, whatever you want to see, we will try to make it work. As just a couple of brief announcements before we get going, though, coming up in January, Commentary is Magic is going to be starting a tri-weekly online tournament series for the Core format. And this is open to anyone who wants to participate. It is, of course, completely free to participate. There may still be some prizes that are given out to winners of these. But the primary idea behind these tournaments is to allow people to try all kinds of new decks and build up a knowledge base for this evolving meta. So people can have an idea of what the meta for Core might actually end up looking like. Because currently, we don't know. To that,
Just yellow.
Just yellow. Mono yellow. All the way.
Mono yellow.
To that end, we will likely be allowing, well, we will be allowing people to use proxies in those tournaments. So even if you haven't had the chance to get your hands on all of the cards from Sequestra and beyond yet, if you have ideas for what you'd like, if you don't have a bunch of sticks, for example, like me, or you only have two, and the third one will elude you forever, you can go ahead and still play in this. That's completely fine. It's about seeing what the decks can do, not necessarily seeing who has the most cards. Apart from that, we are also excited because as of last week, I believe we are halfway to our first Patreon goal.
A couple days ago.
A couple days ago. Okay, so even sooner than that. We do have several goals for donation levels overall, in addition to individual backer tiers. So if you have not been over to our Patreon yet, that is definitely something to check out, and we'll provide you with more information about that at the end of the stream. For now, though, I think I'm ready to do some deck building. How about you guys?
What's this about Beyond Block? No.
Beyond block?
Yeah,
Decks.
just beyond block decks. No,
Yeah,
That
let's do
sounds
that.
terrible.
no, that does sound terrible. Hey,
That
does
is
anyone?
beyond terrible.
That's beyond. Oh my.
That
good. Yeah.
sounds fine to me. What could possibly be wrong when
it's-
you actually have to run tricolor or you can't confront every problem in your deck?
Yep,
What could possibly
that
go
is
wrong?
terrible.
yep. Because we have two colorless problems, and then your main color problem, and your first flash color problem. That's 8.
Yeah.
Only 8.
So with that, there's a couple places that we can start. A couple ideas that we had kind of tossed around were Applejack White using Jamal. I think we were talking about Skystar Pink White using Bodyguards, perhaps, since that is a really good card. I'm also open to trying wackier things, although Bugle kind of went ham with the suggestion for wackiness.
Look, if you aren't playing 5 colors, you're just doing it wrong. 5 is the new 3.
Is that a Monty Python reference?
5 is the
No,
new 3?
but I'll take it.
Incidental reference number 1.
Well, no, it was just I used to, like, when people were playing 2-color decks, I was playing 3-color decks. Now that people are playing 3-color decks, I clearly have to up the game. Go straight to 5. No
So
4.
you're just gonna sit there and be running combo, is what you're saying.
No.
He's back! He's back!
No.
Return to the dark side. We have cookies, Bugle. Okay,
That's
so
what we should do.
Cookies turn you into zombies.
We should build a core combo deck on stream.
I do not think we have the time to be able to do that.
It's also not 2 a.m.
That's true. It is not combo o'clock. We can't build combo right now. Come talk to us in 7 more hours, then we'll see. Okay, so someone throw out their vote for where they'd like to start. Are we starting with AJ? Are we starting with pink? Are we starting with something entirely different? Do we want to mess with thorax, mono yellow, and then determine that it's bad?
Smiles, yeah.
I will point out that last week, we talked about 2 core decks and 5 colors.
And in those colors, we did not feature blue.
We did not talk about blue, yeah.
Really?
Do we want to do blue? Or do we
How did
think
we
blue
skip
is the new
blue?
yellow?
I think we can try something with blue.
I want to see Scoots something.
You want to see Scoot something? All right. Cheese says he wants to see Scoot something, even though he knows what this is
Someone
going
wants
to
to see.
entail.
Rail Ice wants to see pink or thorax.
Okay, I think we can definitely make 1 or 2 of those happen.
Let's do Scootaloo thorax.
I think we may have some legality issues there unless we're running Scoot's yellow and the thorax friend, and then that's totally fine.
But yeah, we could do that, or we could run thorax blue and run some Scootaloo friends.
Sure, that would also end up working.
Are there any Scootaloo friends in block?
Fairy says no blue, so I guess we can't talk about blue.
Look, just because the last time we did a blue deck...
That was blue-purple. Purple-blue.
That's fair. All right. Cheese, you want to see Scootaloo? Let's do some Scootaloo. We'll start with that, and then we'll see if we can get some other ideas.
I don't know.
going
There's some pink calls in here. We can start pink.
No blue, pink. No Scoots, pink.
Okay, so Fairy, is that saying you want to see pink or you don't want to see pink?
She wants to see Sea Poppy.
Are we starting with the memes? Are we starting with the Sea Poppy deck? Actually, that sounds like a nice casual way to warm up.
Sure.
Let's do that.
Let's start with that.
Let's start with
Poppy.
memes.
Are we doing Core Poppy or
Yeah.
Core
Harmony
Poppy.
Core Poppy. We can get much memeier if we go into Harmony, but let's do some Core Poppy so we can see how this actually looks.
Okay, well, I know 9 cards off the top of my head.
I mean,
3 playsets.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
Poppy, PFF. PFF is EO, right? Or
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna do
Oh.
Poppy. We're gonna do Party Mare.
Party Mare. And we're going to do everyone's favorite princess.
Spike.
Spike.
Rob.
Flurry Heart.
Uh,
I mean, yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Double Babby.
All right, Devil Babby makes her glorious return.
Okay, so
Devil-
what main do you use here? I mean, like, so you say pink and you're in core. Like, the only main you have is Skystar.
We could play
Well,
Lyra.
Yeah, Lyra.
there is
Lyra would also be an option here.
There's only one pink main in core.
Let's go Lyra.
There's also Chrysalis.
Lyra.
We want to go Lyra.
Lyra, do it.
Why? Well, I mean,
The-
so
the-
what's our second color going to be? We could go pink, blue, and upset fairy, but that gives us random wonder.
So,
Our second color is Lyra.
so the easiest thing to do would be to go blue as the secondary because that's where most of the other random effects are taking place.
What else is there besides random wonder?
Well, should we use the archive?
Yes.
We don't even get the random keyword in this random deck.
Realize says purple for Magic Academy. Magic Academy is not random.
Okay, so what we're looking at is.
Wait, Magic Academy?
I believe that's a card.
Has this been updated with formats yet?
Yes, it has.
What, you mean Magic Arena? Oh, no, Magic. We can't do Magic Duel.
Magic Duel is also
Not core.
So I guess we have to run King Sombra.
That's
yeah.
terrible.
Well, we don't have a lot of options because currently we are running
Wow.
2 out of the 6 randoms that exist here. So
one is
Okay,
blue
orange. What is Poppy's exact wording?
C
and it's
Poppy's.
not 6, it's 5 because C Poppy can't count herself.
Oh, that's true. As a random card is selected or a choice is made at random, guess which option or card will be randomly selected. If you guessed correctly, you may exhaust this card to score a point. That is her text.
Yep.
I think we have to go blue as a secondary.
Yeah.
There's
There's
just
2 cards.
there's
that
just
you're
no other
losing
way to
out
deal
on.
with it.
Yeah.
We're going to have 12 cards that will be random, which is fine.
We could splash Orchard Blossom.
I don't expect us to be winning problem face-offs by at least 5 power.
You don't? Why not?
Mostly because we're going pretty wide as far as what we're doing here. All right, so
Pretty wild.
Yeah, pretty
Wild
pretty.
Wonders.
I mean, we're probably gonna run that. Probably gonna run that card. Okay, so we know we want. We know we want King Sombra. We have to. We have no choice.
Yes. That's fine.
It's fine. And we know.
So wait. If we choose C Poppy and Sombra chooses C Poppy, do we win?
It says as, right?
That's
It says as.
It does say as, and I was really hoping that we wouldn't get to this question because it's been bugging 2 of us here for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
We don't actually know.
So what you're saying is just don't choose C Poppy?
Just don't choose C Poppy. Just don't randomly choose C Poppy in the deck that is all about lol random. That particular card interaction is under review. But hey, this is a great way to showcase how not everything is immediately known.
Let's add some loyal ponies, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh
need
no,
some,
I could argue about rules right now, but
we're gonna
I
need some.
won't.
We're gonna need some loyal ponies. Let's get some tanks in here too.
Loyal pony and tank. Sure.
The theory here being that it's atomic.
Also,
And
wait.
we
Oh, no,
have
we're
to
not playing
run.
Scoots, that's right.
We have to run Lyra because she needs to fail us again.
Well, Lyra does help us dig for our sea poppies, and to be honest, that's like the only reason we're playing this deck. So
I think we need to be running either Rainbow or Pinky Transforms. so that we can get more use out of our wild wonders.
Oh, yeah.
Why not both?
We can definitely do both, but if we're going to do that, we're going to want some good friends to bounce. Now, we
So
already
I think
have...
Pinky. I'm sorry. I think
So-
Rainbow Dash is better because we already have rainbows right now.
Yeah. So we can't run ice archery, because it's CG, I think, which is not in core, or it's Candlelight Crystal Games.
No, it's
That's
Crystal
what it's
Games. Yeah.
We'll do...
called. I was gonna say Candlelight Games.
We'll do Pinky, PFF, because we need to find our seed poppies. If we never find our seed poppies, we're in trouble.
For some definition of trouble.
Even if we do find them.
It's fine.
Where's the belly flop and
I know how we
the,
can get more random.
How can we get more random?
Dip in the pool.
I mean, yes, this is true. That will work with Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie.
It will also work with Party Mare.
Oh, this sounds atrocious already.
So
Got it.
So
Look,
where's
if you're going into this, you're doing this.
I mean,
entirely.
yes, this is true. Okay, so go ahead, Cheese.
So where are our berry punch, orange swirl, and belly flops?
I mean, we do kind of need those. If we're
It's
gonna
pink.
stall long enough to get the point acceleration, we're gonna need those. So, berry punch, orange swirl. Get some belly flops in here.
I mean, what do we need Joyous Pony for? We could just pay one to draw. We're gonna need more removal than just belly flop, though.
We are. We could try taking opposing friends and just kind of going with the chaos theme and running Sunset Festival.
What does Sunset Festival do?
Reveal cards from the top of an opponent's deck until you reveal a friend. Put that friend into play under your control, then that opponent shuffles their deck.
Maybe it'll be a Sea Poppy. You don't know it won't be. Maybe it'll be a Catajack.
We really hope it's not going to be a Catajack. Let's see. Other removal that we could end up using.
Food Fight.
So I think if we're doing this, we should. Do we want to run Angel Wings and Soren and start with Trading Traditions? Is that what we want to do?
Is this what we're doing? Are we playing
Yes.
Poppy Wings?
Yes, we're playing Poppy Wings.
All right.
If you're gonna run Soren, you got to think about the main six.
We can run 1 or 2 copies of Main 6. That seems fine.
Are we going to run Spitfire too?
You use Ponyhead weirdly. Just saying.
Why? You just type the card?
Yeah, I just type.
I'm going over here because I'm searching specifically by sets that have the particular colors that we're looking for, just to make sure there's nothing else that comes up. Like, for example, I don't want to use Gilda. I don't want to use Cheese Sandwich. I don't want to use Lyrabon.
So we're not using Spitfire? I mean, we still need the removal.
I mean, yes.
Well, so do you use Spitfire or do you use Rutherford or do you use both?
You do not use Rutherford.
Well, we don't know what the main is yet.
We are already very high on the pink wreck.
We are already.
I guess.
We are already
And we
very
have-
high on Pink Wreck, and the bigger issue we have is we only have 6 cards left in the deck, and we have no resource removal. So,
And
No,
blue-
no one
okay,
needs
so we add
resource
trash,
removal.
fine.
because we kind of have to.
All right. Where's the histograms?
Down to the bottom.
There you go. I mean, it's pretty obvious to me that we're going to end up running a pink main.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
We
probably
also need more blue entry.
Sort of. If we're starting with
Well-
Trading Traditions, we don't actually, because we've actually got 12 if we're starting with trading.
Yeah, we've got 6 without
I
trading.
guess.
I think it's fine.
Wait, say. Oh, I forgot about
Yeah.
pink. Okay,
Yeah.
I think we can drop Dip in the Pool down to 2. I think that's probably fine.
fine.
Do you really need 3
And
trash?
and PFF. Yes, you really need 3
Yes.
trash.
We need 5 trashed.
We can't run 5 trash, but we need it.
Dear Princess Rob, convince Adam to give us pink resource removal. It doesn't do enough things yet.
Yeah, clearly. Okay. So we've got some belly flops. We've got a couple dip in the pools. We've got some wild wonders. We've got some Sorens. Let's add some main 6. Let's add 2 copies of main 6.
I mean, if you're going to run the PFF, you might as well.
That would be so
and then
expensive.
let's
when
get
you
some.
spend
Let's get
80p.
some Pinky transforms.
But
Pinky
how
or
are we gonna
rainbow?
handle? How are we gonna handle farm? Don't you need
Pinky.
a cardboard box?
We've got PFF in here.
Yeah, we have PFF, but we also have Loyal Pony.
Given those 2, I'd much rather bounce PFF.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
You would not?
I mean, PFF doesn't give you immediate value. She gives you value later. Like, how many times are you expecting to play PFF?
With the transform, twice. Also, hasty. Although the Swift is nice. Swift isn't bad. It does give us a cheap way to be able to trigger Sea Poppy if we have a Flurry Heart in play and we don't have a Party
Yeah,
Mare.
exactly.
So I assume the main is Skystar.
I think the main has to be Skystar at this point.
Or Lyra.
What is Poppy's rec?
3.
4.
Isn't it?
Is it,
No, it's 4.
No,
She's right.
it's
3. She's right
it's
there.
3.
Okay. I could have sworn she was 4.
There's something in the which? Oh, is it
It's,
PFF that's 4?
Yeah,
it's,
PFF is 4.
yeah, PFF is
And main
4,
6
bait
is
and switch.
4.
Okay.
And bait and switch, which we currently have none of.
We have, yeah. So if we were running bait and switch as well, then yeah, I would say we definitely need to be running Pinky Transform. Just because we have a billion options at that point.
We haven't hit critical Pinkie Pie mass.
Okay, we've got room for 1 more card.
Or 3 more if they're one-offs.
We still have, like, a lot of our removal is just kind of crazy mass stuff.
Can you
Bait and switch.
look at the actual deck list? Like hit enter
Yes, I
on
can.
the address bar.
Okay, so we're at 3
I just
tanks.
hit F5.
3 tanks, 3 rainbows
you're making-
for our entry, and then we've got the Angel Wings and the Sorens as well. It is unfortunate that Angel Wings doesn't just refund her costs, so you can't go Angel Wings into Flip Skystar.
That would be beautiful.
It would be kind of beautiful. PFF, Baby Flurry Heart, BPOS, Party Mare, couple Joyous Sea
Oh
Ponies.
man, Skystar plus Sombra plus Sea Poppy is not a good combo.
Which Skystar? The Skystar main?
Yeah, because that gives us 3 characters right off the bat.
I mean,
and-
if we
or
choose...
4 rather.
So if we choose to flip Skystar then, right? We don't actually have to.
Well, then where are we getting the other pink? Just from...
We've got Soren and Angel Wings, both of which are
Okay.
playable right at the beginning.
Sure.
I mean, maybe Lyra is actually a fine choice here.
She might be.
The highest rec cards we have are also ones that we're not necessarily going to want to see a billion of. And that would be Dip in the Pool, Main 6, and PFF. So 6 of our cards are at 4 pink rec. Everything else is at 3 or less. If we add in some Spitfires and mess around with some of this, we can get hurt a little bit less off of discarding our hand. We can refill up above 8, and we can also have an option to frighten. That doesn't sound terrible.
Sure. What are we cutting?
How about a jerk face?
Ooh, Jerkface actually sounds really good.
We
And
have
Appleby
no
makes
way
a point here with Wonder Ball Trap is kind of nice, but
like
Kristen
we have
Mathers up room.
nothing to give us AT advantage. Jerkface is just going to be bad for us.
We've got Angel Wings.
That's not enough for a Jerkface. That's not even close.
Well, so here's the thing, right? Our combo, if we've got Party Mare in play, doesn't actually rely on spending a lot of AT.
Oh wait, we do have AT, Jen. I forgot about Sombra.
Kind
This
of.
is the worst plan.
I mean, Sombra does technically give us AT. That is true, regardless of whether or not we guess correctly. Sombra gives us AT.
Sombra's so bad. Like,
Look, we didn't say it was a good idea. We just said it was going to do a thing.
We said it was a meme idea. All right, so let's get back in here and edit this. Let's get... I'm not actually a fan of dip in the pool. And I'll tell you why I don't like dip in the pool here. Because Sea Poppy is unique.
Yep.
And so
I was just trying to get us more random triggers.
Oh, sure, I understand that. But if we have a baby Flurry Heart, that will end up working fine.
Well, Flurry Heart kind of like Flurry is 4 of. She's like actually Sombra's probably our worst.
yeah, Sombra's gonna be hard.
And then Flurry's the second worst.
So Sombra's only
Party
hard
Mirror
if we
is
don't
great.
use Sorin, because what we can actually end up doing is, if we absolutely have to, clear as much of our board as possible to reduce the chances of...
Can Soren retire himself too?
He
Yes.
can. Sorin
So
can.
just Sea Poppy and our main, and there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
50-50.
You're back on it. It's perfect. What could go wrong? All right.
I know when I want to score points. The first step is
I'm going to retire
remove
all
my
my
entire
friends
board.
for no benefit. That's exactly right. We're not even running Night Glider in here. Night Glider is too good for this deck. All right.
There's just no room. Like,
I'm going to drop the dips.
the Poppy's point acceleration is just too good.
Well, Fairy, it's not so much that she's good, it's that she gives us a shot, even if it's only 1 in 4.
Party Mirror is really the best shot.
Yeah, Party Mare is going to be the best.
Well, maybe we do leave one dip in the pool in there, and we just don't mess with Spitfire.
Either way.
I do like uneven ground. I think that's fine.
You got a PFF, you're running blue, you might as well, just for that one time that it eats someone's, 12 AT bank that they've got.
All right, so if we are running this deck, we're going to need to stall for some time.
You're gonna need a problem deck.
We are going to need a problem deck. And some of it's going to be figuring out friendship, for sure. Let's see what else we can end up doing here. That seems like it might be decent.
So the pink cost reduction, or was that one? No, that one is pink purple, isn't it?
Secret
No,
to every pony.
It's a secret. Yeah, that's mono pink. We can play that. We can also do some blue. Blue seems okay.
You got me blue.
You got you
I
blue.
got you blue.
No yellow though. Let's run some Griffinstone because it's light on the blue. That seems okay. And then we've got to play Skystar Chicken. That always has to happen.
I thought we were playing Trading Traditions.
We are. We also want to play... No, we'll play Trading Traditions. Is there ever a time we wouldn't want to play Trading Traditions? I don't think so.
Oh, come on, you got to give me the chance to play Skystar Chicken here.
What, so we're including the others as well? A copy of Concerning Cutie Mark and a copy of...
Just
How many-
one, searching high and low.
Yeah, you don't need to consider people. How many problems are we at right now?
We're at 8, so we need 2 more.
Blackmail, clearly.
Yes, because our goal is to score points with Sea Poppy, so we need blackmail.
Sure.
For all that.
How about Equus?
Equalist propaganda?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, sure. That seems fine.
Isn't that a low bonus problem? Is that a low bonus? Sorry, a low rec problem.
It is, but
It's 4/6.
it's fine.
Wait, did we forget it? No. Okay. All right.
Okay.
We're good.
Are we sure we're doing the Skystar thing and not the Lyra thing? I mean, so what does Skystar make more difficult? The only thing Skystar makes more difficult is King Sombra. And she gets us our blue entry or our pink entry immediately. That seems fine.
Lyra,
Skystar is just good. Like,
Lyra doesn't. So unfortunately, I think it's correct to not just going on the hands.
Something's going weird with Ponyhead.
I didn't do it.
Copy the URL.
It's up for me.
Well, let's go back over here while I mess with this.
Oh dear.
Yep.
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 Doesn't
Is
seem
it time to play Dino Runner?
doesn't seem to be working when I'm pasting it in there.
Maybe. Here, gimme.
Let's see. Okay, there's Ponyhead. There's the deck builder.
Wait, but it doesn't like it with the URL?
It's that one particular deck. Ponyhead is just looking at us and going, no, you can't make this thing.
It doesn't like this deck.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Let me go check the... No, there it is. Wait, what?
Well, apparently you can meme too hard sometimes.
That's,
Wait, did you post the deck list anywhere?
I can post it in the Twitch chat.
Sure.
Okay, hold on. That's obviously not going to work.
Yeah, it's partial, it's fine. URL works fine.
Oh, there we go. Okay, got it working. Hey, we have a list now. Okay.
It's a
Ponyhead
legal deck.
Ponyhead was being weird for a second. It is a legal deck. It's a core legal deck. And it has some randomness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
12.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, counting the bouncing.
Okay, so does this have any answer to farm?
Yes, it has Baby Flurry Heart. Farm just has to lose.
Farm doesn't spend any AP.
it doesn't have enough resource dismissal to deal with sticks. I like sticks.
No, like blue pink looks awkward in core since all you have is trash.
Yep.
It's quite trash.
Now, if we're speaking on that topic here before we go into the next list, I think I'd like to say that I would much prefer to see a colorless resource removal tool in the future rather than one specifically dedicated to pink.
Yeah, I'm
See-
fine with another 2 AT main phase remove resource. Or, dismiss, whatever.
Sure.
Ocean winds. What's the synonym for flower? Ocean winds plant. There.
Blossom.
Plant. Blossom.
Plant was the best you got off of flower.
I mean, it works.
That's fine.
I don't know, I kind of want to see some cardboard boxes, but
Okay, well, whatever. We have that thing built.
yeah.
I'm just gonna call that thing to Penguin of Doom.
We need a name.
It's to Penguin of Doom.
Penguin. Is that what you're calling Sea Poppy Penguin?
Yeah, Sea Poppy is clearly Penguin. Holds up Spork. It's an old
What?
meme. It's an old meme.
It doesn't check
It
out.
does not
Shoot him
check
down.
out.
It does not check out. Shoot him down.
That is a classic meme, sir. I reject your meme and substitute my own.
Next.
All right.
I recognize that reference.
All right. Shall we move ahead to something maybe a little bit more sane?
Sure. What are we getting next?
A little bit more sane? Okay, so we're doing the Applejack Purple Chaos Aggro, right?
No, we're doing Applejack White.
We're gonna do Applejack White.
Well, you just said a little bit more sane. Or said a little bit less sane.
So,
Cheese, tell us about one of the best interactions with Applejack, Ambassador of Honesty as a main.
well, she has Diligent too.
Okay.
I like sticks.
And there's this thing called Stick. And it lets your main have a face-off every turn. Which Applejack likes. Because she gets big. Even bigger. Because she's already kind of chunky. And now she's just putting on more. And
Are you calling Applejack fat?
I might be. I don't know.
Have you seen the pies that Pony goes through? That is
Have
a
you seen
lot
Too
of
Much
pies.
Pie? Oh, that is Twilight. Before she had wings. So, anyway.
But when she was better, get out.
Yeah. So is this a farm deck or a control deck or a hybrid or?
No, I think this is a control deck, and specifically, I want to go white for two reasons here. Okay. The first one is the card
Cadence.
that synergizes. Yes, Cadence. Cadence synergizes incredibly well with Applejack and Staff. So, if Applejack wins a face-off, say once every turn, you're getting 2 power counters. If you've got 2 power counters on Applejack, you can move those onto any of your friends. If you move them onto Cadence, you can get a card back from your discard pile. So effectively, Applejack as your main, plus Cadence, plus Staff, is exactly like having F-Stop, except there's one more point of disruption, but you also get to frighten a friend.
Also, you can pick non-events.
Correct.
Yep.
So that's
So-
Yeah, it is build your own F-Stop.
Since we're control, you know what's a great control card?
Tell me
in
what a great
orange?
control card is, Cheese.
Desert Road.
Desert Road is an excellent control card. I agree.
Also, if we're going heavy on friends, there's a card that might want to be seen.
What, Appaloosa?
Appaloosa!
Appaloosa is pretty good.
Did you really have to do it that way? You're giving me like flashbacks of when the show was brave enough to put Brayburn on screen. I hate him so much.
So what's our?
Let's start with two of these. There's one friend in particular that really kind of encouraged me to go in this direction.
Are we gonna run the AJ
Yes.
caterer?
No. I don't know
Caterer.
about that one.
Which
Caterer.
which caterer are you referring to?
I have
Ultra
no
rare.
Caterer.
idea.
The ultra rare.
The one from Summer Solstice, obviously.
Oh, no. No, we're going to run Jamal. And the reason we're going to run Jamal is orange is always one of those colors, and white as well, for control, that would have loved to play Steady Session. But they couldn't, because Steady Session was purple. Well, Jamal is basically Steady Session. Except it's even better.
And he doesn't exhaust himself. And showy and
Correct. Jamal says, when an opponent moves or plays a character to this card's problem, either or, and it's character, not friend, you can exhaust that character.
Speaking of purple, we have an orange main.
Are we gonna run trading traditions?
I know what you're saying, and you're probably not wrong, but I do die a little inside every time we have to do that.
you don't like running
Oh, I love doing
Factory
it.
Jack?
I love doing it, but it's really difficult to justify not doing it. And that is the bit that makes me sad.
So what resource removal do we have in
Big Mac.
Big,
I know.
yeah,
Yes,
We
Big
have
Mac is going to
Do
be
we,
our best resource. Why do you not
do
like
we
Big
have
Mac?
anything else?
Yes.
I mean,
Wait.
we can run a Petite Sneeze, but that seems bad. And
Yeah.
if we splash for Factory Jack, we are also capable of splashing into purple as well. And that's not terrible.
Is Rust in Pieces in core?
It is.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Is that high magic?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
The
But
other,
it's 3 rack,
the
right?
other purple event that I would want to run is Magical Misfire.
Where's Stupid Archive? There's Archive.
Now, why the decision to run Magical Misfire in this particular meta, people?
Well, we're using one of those, Cadence.
That's fair. Although,
And
to be honest, I haven't actually seen a deck use Cadence efficiently.
No, I have.
Have you?
Yep. It's orange-white splashing for
Yeah.
Applejack.
So I'm fine with Misfire because of the 2 rec. Sadly, I can't be fine with immediate speed resource removal because 3 rec.
What, you don't want to run, what is it called? Flip and blow up your staff?
No.
No.
We do not want to run Mysterious Disappearance. I'm actually okay running Big Mac here. I like having bodies, and Big Mac is a friend that we can actually protect since we're running Appaloosa as well.
You like eating sticks?
I do like eating
Sweetie
sticks.
Belle is pretty recommended, yes. Though the other answer to Grandpa's question from earlier is apparently someone is trying to reanimate 4 and 5 cost friends.
Look, there's a festival caterer. Click the button.
Nope, we're staying away from her. We're not going to go for Luna.
So what white entry?
Well, white entry is thankfully
Motivational speech.
I mean, sure, we can do motivational speech, but it's also one of those colors that has some of the best entry, especially as a secondary color.
Yes.
3 Prim Hemlines is almost brainless to put in.
I think we do Hemline Barrel Speech, honestly.
I think you're right, especially if we're going to end up splashing purple as well.
Yeah.
That seems fine.
The alternative is to run main 6 Explorers and just use counters for your entry.
Yeah.
That seems bad.
Yeah, it seems terrible.
Let's
well,
go ahead. I mean, the other option that we could run is if we're running like a Mimics package, we could consider running Discord Captain Was. And that doesn't sound awful.
So here's the question for you. This is very important and something that we haven't been considering yet. Aside from stick, how are we flipping our main?
Well, if we're up against an opposing aggro deck, it's not bad.
you just move, yeah.
Right.
In control, they probably have troublemakers. So your only problem is troublemakerless control.
Or farm where they just beat up their epics.
Yeah, that's true. If they can do it every turn, yeah.
So we're probably going to end up needing to run some epics ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
well, so the other thing we have to worry about is what's our solution to preventing our opponent from confronting problems.
sure. And there are
Bail out.
Yeah, there's bailout.
I mean, bailout is probably one of the best cards that we could end up returning. If we're running a lot of epic troublemakers as well, then I also like potentially including Cold Wave. Since there are not a ton of stubborn characters that we see right now.
Oh, right. Okay, I was getting that confused with
Sweetie
Photo Op.
Belle, Applejack, Doctor Who.
Which Applejack are you? Okay, let me rephrase that. There are not a ton of stubborn characters that I believe are going to be on the board in a very early point in time and have significant impact towards beating up a troublemaker.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah. I think we run Trixies. 100%.
Trixie is the obvious one. The second one is harder.
So there is Storm King, depending on how much you care about beating up your own troublemakers, because you're kind of sticky on Storm King.
The Storm King is a little bit awkward.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, but what are the alternatives? I think you might actually go OG Glimmer.
So here's the other question. Is Jamal good enough that we actually just run this as orange-purple control and splash white for him?
And Cadence?
And Cadence.
Yeah, splashing up
probably
stuff.
because purple is where the events are that you want to get back.
Yeah, it really is.
So maybe that's the best thing that we do then.
Yeah, what do we even have? I guess you get rid of Prim,
Yeah, Prim can go out. We can keep the other entry.
and then everything else is the
And
same
then
so
you use
far.
Twilight instead.
Which Twilight are you referring to?
Twilight entry. New Twilight.
Oh yeah, the new Twilight.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are we using Paper Twi too, or is that too insane?
I think
Well, I mean,
I
if
think
we're-
Paper Twi is
if-
too greedy.
Yeah,
if there's room,
if we're
but
if we're pretending to be a farming deck, I don't think we can take the
We're
0.
not pretending to be a farming deck.
We are not.
yeah, with this,
Now, I do think we want to end up running Magicite, and we might end up wanting to run Hooves as well.
oh, that is interesting.
So if we're
Chaos Control.
so if we're then pivoting to purple, do we go back on the rip tree?
Rip seems pretty good.
So here's the thing. No, Magicite is 2. Yeah, that's important.
We can run one Big Mac, and we can run one... Okay, so what about this? What if we spread our options and run this almost toolbox-like, since we are kind of doing the f-stop thing? And we go High Magic, go into Rest in Pieces as an option against decks running lots of resource removal. And against decks running less resource removal, we just
You
run a
mean
special
lots
beam
of
cannon.
resources?
Or yeah, lots of resources, not resource removal. So we have Big Mac as a recurring method and one that can be protected by Appaloosa. We have Special Beam Cannon for high impact threats, and Rest in Pieces to clear the opponent's board at immediate speed. To clear the opponent's resource board, we should say.
Yeah.
One of each, or are we doing like 2 Big Macs?
We should probably go in for 2 either Big Macs or special beam cannons to make sure that we can get those out and hit them.
I'm fine with going in for 2 Big Macs, but I could also see going in for 2 Special Beam Cannons. I think it depends on how many other purple friends we actually end up getting in play.
So
We're running a lot
actually-
of troublemakers. Do we want to run Twilight and Applejack?
This is a meta that's very rich in mimics, so we should probably prioritize the Big Mac.
That's fair. That's fair.
Big Mac is the worst one for dealing with Desert Road, however.
He is, but how many friends are we actually going to be playing for their impactful abilities? We're more relying on events. Once we've actually got stuff set up, we don't care that.
Cadence.
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
but it's only the turn that enters play. Like
Sure.
we don't care about enters play abilities here.
I guess Jamal is on their turn.
Yeah.
Factory Jack, we can just exhaust on their turn and
well,
not miss out on the AT.
doesn't Desert Road last until? Is it
No.
just until the end of the turn?
Just
The
until
turn.
the end of the turn.
Yes.
The only way you
Okay.
get around of using that is with Luna's Future.
Yeah, I guess we don't care too much about Desert Road. Sure.
I actually wonder how
We're at
well...
33.
We're at
Did
33
you add the
right now.
Magicites yet?
I did not add Magicites. I also haven't added Hoops because I wasn't sold on that plan yet.
I like Magicite, and I think we also want, since we're in Tricolor, I think we want the Tricolor song.
Friendly Unit is pretty good.
Ugh,
I think
yeah.
only 2, though.
Yeah.
Is Jamal's wreck is really 4, or is it? Oh no, that's power. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is
Jamal's
his
wreck
rec
is
3?
3. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I mean, not that it matters as much with AJ, but
we're going to need some more troublemakers. So let's get some more troublemakers in here.
Were we doing
Yellow
Storm King or
Parasite.
OG Glimmer?
I think Storm King's pretty good. Storm King seems fine. Do we also want to be running Burning Bridges?
Well, what's our removal right now? 3 bailouts, 3 Magicites?
We don't actually have those in there. This is going to be one of those lists that we're going to have to start trimming down. So let's add in cards that we
Yeah.
know we want in.
Did we add the bailouts at least?
I'm
I
getting to
don't think
those.
so.
Okay.
Bailouts are going in for sure. I'd like to see...
Because I would like to see 8 immediate second stop confronts and protect troublemakers.
So there's Portal and
Portal is
Nap
3 though,
Cakes.
and so is Napcakes. Napcakes is actual hard removal though.
Yeah, but if
they start
we're-
face off,
if
or
we're
we start face
going-
off.
But we're going heavy in You mean, are you talking about Wreck?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going heavy into purple anyway. So
Yeah.
the 2 versus...
I'm just saying it's worth considering that it is 3 rec.
I think it's the only option, though, is Portal. I don't like Napcakes as much anymore.
I don't like 2 magical misfire. I know we don't have a way to find it, but...
I mean...
Then again, against a deck like Moonlight Sonata, you do absolutely need it.
Yeah.
And against Cadence, you want it. Like, you know.
Rayler, we do have Dr. Hooves, and that is definitely an option, but I think Toolbox Event Control builds a little bit differently than Chaos Control. Just because in Chaos Control, you're not actually spending AT for many of your events, and you're just trying to recycle them over and over again with powerful Chaos effects. Whereas in this one, we're actually trying to get some use out of it. Although, I can see the value in having the Chaos effect since we do have a reliable way of starting a face-off.
So, yeah, I do think we actually, thinking about it more, I think we need Napcakes. Because the trick that I used to use in Pink-Purple was, when I had Trading Traditions, was if they try to do the turn 2 DFO, Rainbow Shine into Napcakes prevents the DFO and keeps our Trading Traditions.
We don't have Rainbow Shine. We have Factory
Organizer.
We have
Factory Jack. Yeah. I'm saying that was the trick that I used before, so the same trick works here, just with Applejack. And I think that does make Napcakes at least a 2 of.
Okay.
So 2 Napcakes, 3 Bailout. I guess Bailout works for that as well, though, doesn't it?
It does. Well, if you've played a Factory Jack.
Yeah, I mean, that's the assumption either way.
No opening hand Factory Jack, I concede.
No opening hand Factory Jack is rough, for sure.
You mulligan anything that doesn't have sticker Factory Jack,
yeah. So right now for Troublemakers, we have 3 Trixies, 3 Changeling Mimics, and 3 Storm Kings.
Do we need 3 Storm Kings?
Well, we need epics.
I don't even know if I like Storm King.
Yeah, I was considering just 2 of our second epic. Because then we have 3 Staffs, 3 Trixies, and then 2 of whatever the other one is.
So I guess we're kind of looking at this as entry, so I don't think we want 3 Storm Kings. Maybe we don't even want 2.
I'm fine on the Trixie.
Like, do we want to just do 3 Trixies, 3 sticks? Assume, and then our opponent gives us the other ways to flip?
Or you can play an AJ or...
Well, because right now we're at like 49 or 50 cards.
Yeah, I think we'll take our chances
right now we're at,
Storm King.
Right now we're at 47.
Is that
like? Yeah.
Can we take a look at the deck?
Sure. Let's look at the deck.
For some reason,
nope.
Well,
oh, there it goes. Okay.
It's not even some reason, but looking at it this way helps a lot for me.
So let's look at the histogram here. We do have some expensive cards.
We have so many 4-cost friends.
We have not that many 4-cost friends. We only have 2.
I mean,
I guess we have
power.
4. Yeah, we do have 4.
Or 4 power cards, at least.
Yeah.
So I like Applejack and Twilight as a means of giving us Meticulous, staying protected by Appaloosa, and also giving us more Troublemaker-based control. It's also nice because...
It's nice against farming because we don't care who starts it.
Right, exactly.
So, looking at this...
Or rather, who controls it.
Go ahead, Cheese.
I almost would rather have Frozen and Magicite over
Burning
Bridges.
Sorry, what is Sorry, I missed Burning Bridges. What does Burning Bridges do again?
2 opposing
Push
characters.
2.
At immediate speed?
For
3 AT?
For 1 extra AT.
Yeah.
I guess we have that and Twilight. I was just looking at Twilight, and I'm like, do we really need her?
So Burning Bridges has nice synergy with both Storm King and Jamal, because each of those have a movement tax.
Yeah.
Do we have too much entry?
We might be able to go down to 2 Princess Twilights.
Yeah, that's what I was considering.
Because that would get us 7, 8, 9, 10, counting Factory Jack.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's
we have too much
ridiculous.
purple entry.
Does it make more sense to pull maybe a motivational speech out instead? Twilight's valuable on her own for the
No,
potion.
motivational speech is pretty important because we want to
White.
ensure we have the purple for our tricks.
Right, since we have immediate speed purple effects, and Twilight can't meet Napcakes on its own, on her own.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah, and Burning Bridges as well.
Okay, then how about a barrel?
A barrel would be a little more meaningful, but well, we don't currently have any immediate speed white effects.
No. Yeah.
But how are we getting into white at all?
Barrel and motivational speech.
Yeah, hence why I don't like going down.
Yeah, that's why I want to remove Twilight.
Super low. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't have gyros to find our Napcakes. Or not Napcakes, makeover.
So why do you not like removing Twilight, Nora?
Because she does something.
Is it because she has wings?
That's only you that hates that. I don't know what your problem is. Alicorn hater.
So
Let's see.
if we drop the Twilight, that gets us down to 46, and then we would just need to cut 1 more.
I still don't like the Storm Kings, and I honestly want another immediate.
Well, we don't have room for another immediate. We're already 2 cards over.
That's why I'm saying cut 2
like
Storm
the
Kings, cut
Storm
1
Kings.
a Twilight, add 1 Napcakes.
We're already at 2 Napcakes. And the bigger issue that we're having here is there are a lot of meaningful friends at 3 or more power now that we need to have answers to. And Napcakes isn't going to deal with all of those. I don't like having a tool that restricts us that much. The decks that I expect to see with friends that have 2 or less power are going to be playing swarm tactics where Napcakes is hardly going to matter.
I just prefer 8 immediates to 7.
Well, then add an interdimensional portal.
Yeah, I'd rather add an IDP than an Napcakes. Especially with Desert Road.
Yeah.
Let's cut bridge, add 3 IDPs.
You want to cut all the bridges?
I'm still fine with removing a Twilight and 2 Storm Kings and adding an IDP.
No, we want at least 1 bridge because
I actually like bridges. And I like burning them.
Yeah, let's do 1 bridge and 2 IDPs and 2 Napcakes. Or actually, maybe we do two of all 4.
2 bridge, 2 IDP, 2 Napcakes, and 2 bailouts?
Yes.
Okay.
That gives us a lot of coverage.
I could get on board with that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
And then we've got our resource removal as singletons, misfire as a singleton. Cadence can still bring a bunch of stuff back. Jamal's as
Is our
on the board
only
control.
meticulous Twilight in
It is.
Applejack?
It is our only meticulous.
Ugh. If we don't find that misfire.
Wait, we have meticulous?
We do.
Yes.
On Applejack and Twilight.
Oh, I missed them. What did they do?
They meticulous and they flip an extra card during Troublemaker face-offs.
Ah, okay.
Regardless of who's Troublemaker.
So,
which is why they're much better than the Lick Spittle.
So, Railer, the issue with Sunset putting an opposing friend on top of the owner's deck is we're looking for cards that we can get back from the discard pile every single time. And Sunset removes herself in the process. That's why the events in this deck have better synergy. Cadence can hit other card types as well, but...
Yeah,
not when they're on the bottom of your deck.
Or when they're in play, or anywhere except for your discard pile.
Right. So we're looking for ways that we can get cards
And-
into
and
our
we
discard pile as our form of control.
Yeah, we already have enough card removal anyway with the 2 songs and the 2 nap caves.
Right. Okay. That seems
So what
okay.
can we
here.
IDP of our own except for is it just Twilight?
We can IDP Jamal, although is Jamal location based? I can't remember.
He's
I think
location
he
based.
is, yes.
Okay. We can IDP Jamal. We can IDP Twilight. Those are our best options.
Okay.
So it's not a ton,
IDPing Twilight just sounds terrible, but
IDPing Twilight is okay.
That's basically playing Magicite. That's fine.
IDPing Twilight
yeah,
is
it
okay.
is.
There are times you'd want to do it, like when you don't have a Desert Road in play and your opponent's friends all
Yeah,
have
and you
ETB
have
effects.
yeah.
So let's get our problem deck set.
The
here.
other thing is against farm. Now that's your Magicite.
It is.
I mean, you can play Burning Bridges, but
Yeah, but that's expensiver.
So,
Expensive.
do we want to run Family Feud? This is a question that has plagued me recently in control decks, because Family Feud is an excellent disruptive card that is very difficult for your opponent to confront, but if they do...
So this is a different situation than Moonlight Sonata, because
We have immediate
We have
effects.
immediates.
and we're not completely removing our opponent's hand.
yeah,
Now-
I think that's probably fine.
Right. Now, I'm sorry I didn't start with this, so let's get our blackmails in there.
Trading
Also
traditions.
get our trading, yeah.
Yep, we'll get one of those in there. That's just happening. Okay. Now we've got a little
Persistent
bit
problem.
of room. If we're looking in, what you're talking about, Falling Rock Zone?
Yes, Falling Rock Zone.
Falling Rock Zone seems okay.
I have never actually used Falling Rock Zone.
Oh,
like,
I have. It's amazing.
its ability.
When you need it, it's very handy.
Are we still running Appaloosa?
Yes,
Yes.
2 copies.
Um,
Yes, we are aware that interaction would not end up working. For Jamal and for Applejack. For everything else, it will work.
As long as they weren't already. Well, I mean, yeah. We could also always just eat our own Appaloosa. It's fine.
I'd like to do Haybell Monster Stack. I feel like that has good synergy with what we're doing with Cadence.
This sounds weird to ask because we're using Applejack, but do we use freaking entrance exam? I've got an 11 power main. This exhausted for an AG.
I mean,
do we want to run? Okay, do we want to run Trouble with Trixie, or would we rather run entrance exam since that's more of a control problem? There's also Easy as Cake.
does it have Celestia on it?
I like. We only have 3 forms of AT Gen. I like having the extra AT Gen.
What's the opponent require confrontness on?
For entrance exam?
Yeah.
7.
7. It's fine.
7's not bad.
I'm okay with that.
I'm also kind of a fan of Grand Opening. I mean, we do need to actually be confronting that. But if we do, the opponent's going to be gunning for our sticks. I'd like to get our sticks back.
That's what Cadence is for.
Can we put 1 in there and be okay with that?
Probably.
Do we need to run 2 Falling Rock Zones?
Though,
well, I don't like
big
the Falling
question
Rock
I'm
Zones anyway.
curious about is there a reason we're not running Catajack?
Because she's scary.
Because, I mean, No, there's not. Catajack should actually definitely be going in here.
But yeah, you get to
Because
find
sometimes you need an
2
emergency
cards or
reset
so
button.
to remove.
Maybe we just don't Appaloosa.
I think
That was what I was considering. Like, it's protecting 2 cards or
Yeah,
1
four-
card.
four
it protects Cadence as well.
I mean, sort of.
Yes, you can construct her in such a way, or
That
use her in such a way that, yeah.
Let's just try it without the Appaloosas. It makes Falling Rock Zone a little bit better. And Catajack is really good, admittedly.
Catajack
it's better
plus
than-
Falling Rock Zone is actually kind of funny too.
You know what's better than 3 Catajacks?
5 Catajacks?
Heck yeah.
Didn't you do 6?
No, we did 5.
No, I think it was just 5.
We ran 3 baseline and 2 Xerox. Okay, so let's take a look here. Our flip average is pretty good.
Which is funny considering we have 10 twos.
We've got a good number of 2-drops.
We still broke 4 despite having 10 twos. Yeah, that's
We almost
not bad.
We almost broke 4-2, which is not bad. We've got blackmail as another form of point acceleration, apart from just confronting, but we're going to have big bodies, so we're not too worried about that. Jamal and Twilight and AJ herself and, anything else that we want to move power around to is fine. That's one of the great things about using Staff and AJ, is even if you don't have the cadence, you're just getting power. You're just getting value out of it. You're frightening an opposing friend. You're able to put that power, move it around as you want. There's a lot of good things you can do with it.
You can, and you're going to get the cadence eventually. And sometimes you won't always have the AT to activate stick, so,
As far as immediate speed events to mess with the opponent, we've got 2 bailouts, 2 IDPs, 2 napcakes, a magical misfire, a rest in pieces, and 2 burning bridges. I'm the Friend You Need is a very, very, very good event, and we have ways to bring it back even more frequently than Moonlight Sonata did, if you can believe that.
Well, this has unlimited uses. Moonlight Sonata had, I believe, a max of 7.
Correct. Yeah, it was a max of 7. We still have 2 desert roads, which is good. We've got some good resources that are set up here as well, so if the opponent doesn't have them, we're going to have our color entry for a while, and we're also going to have some power on the board, and we have multiple different ways to remove opposing resources. The fact that we've gone a little bit wider on our control tools rather than going all in on playsets of a couple of them also makes us a little bit less vulnerable to cards like Harsh Judge.
Yep.
Which I think in a toolbox control is pretty nice.
That's a card I haven't seen in ages.
I still see it occasionally. It can be scary.
It's still relevant.
It is still relevant.
Can be relevant. The problem is if no one's playing it, then...
Overall, though...
Where's our Transform Applejack? We have 7 Applejacks. Clearly we need to be running Transform Applejack.
Yeah, we need to be able to transform our Catajacks.
All one of them.
That's clearly not happening.
Can't you just portal her?
You can.
You can, in fact, just portal her. So if your opponent really goes deep on it, and you absolutely need to do something, that is a thing you can do.
And it's okay, because your cadence was at Falling Rock Zone.
Right. Or just put Applejack at Falling Rock Zone and then frighten her.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah, playing Applejack to Falling Rock Zone and saying, I'll keep this one, I'll scare my Applejack is pretty great.
It's pretty good. So, what's it called?
Well, we can't just use Applejack stick cadence, unfortunately, because there are going to be other decks using
Didn't
that particular combo.
Didn't we just come up with a name for this deck earlier?
Did it have stick in the title?
No, it had captains.
Oh. Yes, we did. We did come up with a name for this. This is I Am the Captain Now.
Huh?
This is not the name of this deck. I like Cadence's Scepter. She just beats people over the head with the Staff of Sikanas until they stop trying. And meanwhile, Applejack just feeds her? I don't know.
Raise it a barn.
Applejack, needs to give princesses pies.
Is Big Mac a princess?
We can
No.
just call it like Royal Bakery or something like that.
Royal Bakery, I like it.
Royal Bakery acceptable?
Sure.
I don't know. It's got pancakes and pies and sticks and eggs.
It's just a
Desert roads.
Desert roads and
Yes,
cats
desert, not dessert roads.
Dessert roads. That's right. In this deck, they're dessert roads.
What, is Big Mac eating our own dessert roads?
I mean, maybe he is.
Maybe we really need one of the opponent's interplay effects. We need to hit it with our portal. But
Maybe
so-
we don't
right,
have
they
we don't have a
Catajack
Catajack.
in
Right.
play.
Exactly.
and we need that effect. So
All right. Royal Bakery. Or yeah, I'm on board with this. This looks pretty fun to play. I might be predisposed towards these two colors or towards these three colors. I can't imagine why that would be.
I
Needs
just
more
really
pink.
like Factory Jack.
Needs more Luna.
Needs pink and rainbow shines and f-stops and gyros.
It's
and-
what and less orange.
Yes.
A little bit less. Yeah.
No,
Alright,
it needs
alright.
needs more Luna. It would be even more royal if Luna was here.
I mean, we've got 5 princesses. That's enough, right?
Not
No,
enough.
we've got 7. My mistake.
Yeah, don't forget.
What was I forgetting?
Super
Or oh, never mind. Then we have 9. Anyway, were there any other deck combinations we were to look at?
I think we're running a little long to do a third one tonight. But I think there are some other options that we can look at in the future. I do have fun doing this, especially with input from multiple people.
This deck turned out a lot different than I thought it would. Like the pivot to
purple.
To orange,
to
purple.
purple.
Yeah.
To purple. It's like, why are we trying to force white? Like, no.
I mean, that's how you learn, though. You sit there and you try building. You have a card that you want to build around, and we still have good synergy with Jamal and some of the other white cards that we're including in here. Like, those are totally fine. But
Yeah. So full disclaimer, I have tried building Applejack white purple many times, and it just hasn't come out. And I think I had because I had done that many times, I was giving suggestions like, let's not make this mistake that I made previously, like trying to run 8 ways to flip Applejack. That just seemed impossible. Right? It just did not have the deck slots for that. So yeah, I like where this came out much better than anything I tried to build on my own.
I feel pretty confident that this would.
I'm not 100% sold on Applejack and Twilight, but I'm not thinking that they're awful.
We did so they were in there when we had 9 troublemakers.
Mhm.
I could see dropping them down to 1, and then going up another misfire.
Yeah, I think I like that better.
You lose a little more.
That's-
You lose a little bit of meticulous, but
And that's one of those
Yeah, that's
medical things.
you're also out Appaloosa as well, so that's not really getting you protected. The thing is that provides you with a really nice option against opposing farm decks.
Yeah, but I think we're already fine because we have Burning Bridges and Twilight
So
Portal.
you need to remember that against some farm decks, our recursion engine breaks. Because if they have no friends, then we can't use
Oh, that's
staff.
a good point. Ugh.
Yeah. Now, thankfully, in core, I think just about every farm deck has to rely on friends to a point. And so if we don't show our hand too early in terms of what we're trying to do, then the opponent might still play a friend, allowing us to have a target with staff.
Well, the good news is I don't think Applejack, unless Applejack has a stick, she's not going to be winning any face-offs against Trollmakers. 3 versus 6 is hard.
I mean, 3 versus 6 is hard until you run barrel throughs.
Sure,
Yeah.
even then it's still hard.
I mean, we do have a surprisingly high flip average given some of the 2-drops that we have in there, and I think that's our biggest advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Is the opponent is not going to be expecting us to be running.
What is the flip average here?
Our flip average
It's
is
just
almost
over
4.
4.
It's more than just over 4. We're at 4.18. We're almost at 4.2.
Yeah.
That's going to catch some people off guard. Now, some of that is kind of top-loaded in the sticks, but the Magical Misfire, swapping out the AJ for the Twilight, like that is definitely a good play if you're in a meta where you're up against a lot of opposing recursion decks or combo control like Moonlight Sonata. Or just really need to banish all the cards from your opponent's discard pile to get rid of their double diamonds. That happens sometimes too. Anyway.
Does it happen anymore now that we have stick though?
I mean, maybe. It might still happen.
I'm already looking at this and planning on what I'm going to do to it to mess with it. Well, one, I want Luna in here to hit some fools with her stick. Probably want the Appaloosa back, to be honest. But I may also be falling into a Timmy trap here.
Appaloosa is a good card to have. Anyway, I think that's about enough time spent on that deck for this evening. Maybe eventually we will build something outside of those 3 colors when we build a 3-color deck.
Pink, blue, yellow.
Well, I mean, someone was like, no blue. And then we're like, but no blue.
I mean, we only built a little bit of blue. We still haven't... well, no, we touched yellow last time. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't feel as bad about that.
Yeah, we didn't touch yellow today, but we touched yellow last time. And I'm curious to see if anyone else, like, have any of our... anyone in chat played either of the decks we showcased last week?
I have...
What did we showcase again last week?
More Than One Small Thing and Moonlight Sonata and Mosh Pit.
So, I've played
Mosh
quite
Pit.
a bit of Moonlight Sonata. I built one small thing and brought it with me to Utah. So, if I can meet up with the Utah group, I might play it there.
Hint, hint.
But it's not just one small thing.
So one of the problems, though, is that I only have one bunyip.
Oh,
I don't know how this happened.
how did that happen?
I don't know. But...
Are you sure you don't have your bunyips just hiding somewhere?
No, yeah, it was one of the ones I didn't get a lot of.
Gotcha.
Bunyip.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, we are very excited that we have managed to reach over half of our first goal on Patreon. And since we are about wrapped up with our discussion on deck building for today, we would like to give a big shout out to all of our patrons. We do thank you very much for your regular support. And if you are new to our streams, or you aren't currently a patron, but you enjoy the deck building, the content, the tournaments, the conventions, anything that we end up doing, please do consider donating, because doing so will give you some awesome rewards, like the ability to vote on polls to determine what future videos we produce, as well as a chance to share your own deck creations to be reviewed live, and even the chance to challenge the members of Sim or other patrons to some featured duels.
Speaking of polls, we have a poll right now.
We do have a poll.
The most important poll.
And incidentally, I think, is everyone who voted on that still wrong? I think everyone is. Let me go look here.
What was the result of that poll? I'm curious.
It's not over yet.
Oh, that's true. We do still have time.
There's 2 days left to cast your vote for Best Princess.
Currently, Princess Rob is winning.
We had Celestia Luna and Cadence tied for second.
Good.
And I contend that everyone who has voted is wrong. Because
We also have
Is Princess Bug on
because
there?
no, she is not. That's part of why everyone is wrong. But this is a checkbox poll.
Okay.
So everyone should have voted for all of the above.
All of the above, with a possible exception for Flurry Heart. No one should have voted for Big Mac.
But we do also have a write-in for Princess Skyla. Don't forget that.
That's true.
And I don't recognize her princesshood.
Anyway, apart from the Patreon polls, if you have other comments or questions you'd like to send our way, or I suppose even on the topic of who Best Princess is, or if you're just interested to hear about what we're working on for the future, there are lots of ways you can stay in contact. We have Patreon, as mentioned previously, but we also have a Facebook page. We're on Twitter. You can email us. And patrons at or above the $5 per month level do get access to our Slack channel, where you can chat live with us any day, anytime, except maybe over the holidays when things are going to be a little bit weird. If you are looking to watch any of our previous videos, including tournament recordings, you can find them on our YouTube channel linked in the sidebar. Please do make sure to subscribe if you're over there and you like what we do, so we can get a channel URL that looks a little bit better. With that, I personally would like to say thank you to everyone who has supported Sim over this last year. It's been an awesome ride, full of how many hours of Slogfests have we accomplished this year? It's pushing 10, right?
Well,
0.5.
two sets?
2 sets?
0.5.
0.5 hours of Slogfests?
Yeah,
Is-
just
is-
0.5.
Is headache a number? I don't know if headache is a number or not.
I think it's over 10.
1006.
It's been a lot. But we appreciate the support from each and every person. It's been a lot of fun. We're looking forward to what the next year is going to bring. New opportunities, new conventions, spoiler, new villain challenge, spoiler, best villain challenge.
What are those?
All kinds of new things. But in the meantime, we would like to wish everyone a very happy holiday season.
Merry Horsemas.
Merry Horsemas.
It's called Hearthwarming.
I like Horsemas better.
Hearthwarming, yeah. Which is some crazy combination of Thanksgiving and Christmas.
All right. Do we need to have another poll? Horsemas or Heartswarming? Maybe.
Well,
No.
we'll see. Anyway, thank you to each and every one of our viewers, both here now and watching this later. We are Commentary as Magic. I am, as always, Grandpaws.
I'm Emperor Bugle.
Big cheese.
And Arcat.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Merry Horsemas.